Hi everybody, Taylor with Bèl Detailing here. Today I want to show you guys the importance of using a clay bar and how to do the decontamination process using a clay bar, and show everyone what it's all about, how it works, what you're actually doing, and what you're trying to achieve when you are claying a vehicle. So here we have a 17 STI. It has been prepped. I've washed it. The only thing left with the decontamination process now is the clay bar. So I'm going to show on this door just a little bit of how to clay a vehicle. So the purpose of claying a vehicle is to remove embedded contaminants that are in the clear coat or have embedded themselves onto the paint itself. And generally you can feel if the paint is rough, if the surface is rough, that it usually needs to be clayed. And this particular car isn't horribly bad, but we're going to be polishing on it, and any amount of polishing that you do on a car will be hindered with these embedded contaminants. So that's the purpose of claying a car, is to smooth it out so there was nothing in the way of the pad and the product that you're using, the abrasive products that you're using, and the actual paint itself. Because if you go and start polishing on a vehicle and it hasn't been decontaminated properly yet, you are basically just grinding those contaminants further into the paint, and we don't want to do that because we're trying to correct the paint, not make it worse. So I'm going to start on this passenger side door right here. I have the clay bar, this is just a mother's clay bar. You can get this basically anywhere, like Walmart even. This is a pretty malleable clay bar. It's basically a putty of sorts. And we're gonna wet the surface and wet the clay itself. So I'm just gonna mist this. This is Optimum No Rinse, which is a rinseless wash, but it works great as a clay lube as well. So like that, get it nice and wet, and then wet the clay bar as well. And we're gonna put it onto the surface of the paint like this, and you want to keep it very wet underneath, between the bar and the actual paint itself. And you're just gonna do really short hand motions like this. You're not grinding it into it. You're not applying a whole lot of pressure. You're just applying enough pressure for it to glide across the paint and pick up these contaminants. So you're just gonna do this, and then, like, there's nothing on this bar right there with that little section that I did. And generally it's gonna be worse the higher on the horizontal panels of the car, so the roof, the hood, the deck lid, things of that nature. Those areas will be worse because of the fallout. And these contaminants are anything from, bugs or sap, rail dust, iron particles from your your brakes, and there's a lot of different contaminants that can embed themselves into the paint. So we're trying to get those out. I'm just going to continue going down the door here, and if you feel or hear any noise, you know that you're picking something up. Like, I'm hearing very, very subtle noise, but I'm hearing some stuff. And you can see in the bar there's some little specks coming out, but this car isn't that bad. most importantly, you want to keep the surface as lubricated as possible. You don't want to take a dry panel and start claying on it, because the clay will actually transfer onto the paint and stop. It won't glide, and if it's not gliding across super easily, then you need more lubrication. So I got this whole section almost done, and not a whole lot came out of it, but I just wanted to make this video as an educational thing to show the purpose of clay, what it does, and why it's necessary to do. And I'm doing this in preparation for polishing. This is just a drying towel. I'm drying all this Optimum No Rinse O&R away. And then I will move down, further down the car, down the side of the car here, this door, work my way around. So the clay bar decontamination is included in basically every exterior package that I offer. Anytime that there's paint correction going to be performed on the vehicle, it will get clayed. So yeah, if you feel your paint is rough, make sure you feel it after it's washed. Otherwise, you're just kind of scratching, and you're touching dirty panels, and you don't want to do that. So if your car feels rough or anything, you can absolutely hit me with any questions regarding how to clay further. Or if you want me to clay your car, just hit me up. My number is 608-535-9940. And once again, this is Taylor with Bèl Detailing. Thank you.